Unconventional Africa.
Hey guys, it's your girl Elizabeth here with another episode of the Unconventional African. But this episode is different. I brought one guy, one guy like this. This guy is on top. Like, I trust the way he mix music. Because me, you guys know I like to dance, So the way he mix and match that music, my leg never stop leaving the floor. I will dance and dance and dance until I get tired. Oh boy, please introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, I go by the name of DJ Easy. Some people know me by Uche, some people know me by Ephraim, but we gonna stick to DJ Easy.
DJ Easy in the house, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. You know, I'm here on the East Coast. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
You guys are really giving me a lot of flavor. I love it. Y'all definitely have a lot of unconventional Africans out here, which you definitely are one of them.
Definitely.
Actually, your whole entire family. But that's really dope. And we wanted to just kind of know more about DJ Easy. How did DJ Easy even come about? Because your Afro beats mix, You guys, if you want to dance 2 hours non-stop, burn almost 3,000 calories, come to one of the parties where he's doing the DJ.
I appreciate it. So, I feel like I never really planned to DJ. It's one of them things where I feel like I was in the right place at the right time. I was in school. I was with a group of people, basically, that need to DJ. And they were like kind of trying to influence me to DJ, but at that time I didn't really take it too seriously. I was just kind of all right.
So you didn't have like equipment or nothing?
I didn't
First
have
of all,
nothing.
what school were you at?
I was at University of Rhode Island.
Okay,
So,
University of Rhode Island. Shout out
yeah.
to y'all, whatever.
Shout out URI.
But you just, wait, how does somebody just assume that you know how to DJ and make you DJ?
The thing is, that's a good question. I'm even asking myself the same question, but I feel like I feel like I had the personality for it.
Bet.
I listened to like a lot of different genres of music, so I had like the versatility with music. And then it wasn't until I went to the first party my freshman year where I'm like, nah, I could do this. I seen how they was like rocking, mixing. I'm like, I feel like that party I could do a better job. I didn't know about the mixing and the
That's that
scratching part.
Niger mentality.
But in terms of the playlist, I'm like, nah, the playlist would be on point. You know what I mean? So that's when I started taking it more seriously. My sister Peace, I don't know if you know Peace.
Yes.
DJ Peace, shout out her.
Shout out to DJ Peace, man.
You know
She's
what I mean?
really amazing.
Bro, she had a mixer. She bought a controller, so I had it at the house. I'm like, nah.
Let's try
it started
this.
looking more realistic. You know what I mean? So I actually started on her equipment. So
Wow.
I gotta thank her for it.
Wow. It's always nice to have a big sister, Sha.
Exactly.
When you have a big sister that can show you the roadmap, it's very nice.
Yeah, facts,
shout out to
facts.
DJ
And
Peace, man.
she invested the initial money to get my career started. So shout out to her for sure.
Wow.
You know,
So your freshman year, you started mixing and matching
Yeah.
the different Afro beats or different songs. Because I'm sure it's not just African parties you did it for.
Right.
And how did it kind of just become like your thing?
So I just kind of kept getting into it. I started off with
Consistency.
I was for my first year I was doing a lot of free events. My freshman year I just wanted to DJ. I know I wasn't the greatest in terms of like skills, but I just wanted to DJ. So I was doing like basketball tournaments for free, house parties. That's when people started really like rocking my music at the house parties. You know what I mean? I had a group of guys that we used to rent houses. We didn't really live on the dorm rooms. So we had like 3 cribs almost every year where we bounced around and threw house parties, and I would be DJing. And that was like honestly the best practice. You know what I mean?
Hey, low key, that's a lesson for somebody out there. Stay consistent, and sometimes you're gonna have to do it for free.
Facts.
And you're gonna have to start off at the very bottom, but that's where you get your practice, because people are like, well, shoot, it's free anyway. So if he mess up, like, it don't even matter.
Right.
How you gonna be just starting to pick up? What do you call it? A mixing? What do you call them?
A mixer controller.
A mixer controller, whatever. You just start picking it up, and then you're gonna charge people $500.
Exactly.
Get out!
It happens though.
I see them.
People think because they bought the equipment or they invested that money that they deserve to get paid that, but that's not how it works. You know what I mean?
Facts. And they be trash.
Exactly. My goal was to get my hype way ahead of like my skills and stuff. You know what I mean? I wasn't worried about the money. I knew the money would come. Like my main thing was like get my name out there, people hearing me, because I felt like as long as they heard me, I was good enough where, you know what I mean?
All you need is a reputation.
Right. So you
Good
build a
reputation
reputation before you got to build that before the money. You know what I mean? So.
Can you please tell the people out there? No, because it's so crazy, especially now in this day and age, especially this entire, since we began this whole unconventional African thing, everybody that comes on here is the same thing. everyone
Right.
that comes on here, the same thing they say is you have to be consistent and you have to be willing to start at the bottom. But I feel
Exactly.
like nowadays people are like, nah, I'm trying to blow up. Like,
It's probably social media. I feel like social media does that a lot. You know what I mean? You got
yes,
a lot of followers. People kind of look at your Instagram. Oh, he DJ. Oh, that's why he got followers. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
people just assume social media. Everybody thinks everything's
But if you
easy.
don't have the talent to DJ, why are you picking up DJ equipment?
Hey, well, sometimes people aux chord they think that could translate to DJing, but it doesn't necessarily work like that. You know what
But
I
I'm
mean?
not gonna lie, there's be some people with some fire playlists
Right.
that like all they have to do is just switch the songs
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
quickly, and I mean,
I mean,
I'll give you a pass.
it may translate, but at the same time, like, can you go to a group of people that you're not
No,
used to being around and
no,
do the same thing? You know what I mean? That's the stuff you listen to.
yeah.
You're playing your car, so you can go play music for people like you, but can you play people like music for people that's not like you? You know what I
And
mean?
make the
So
transition smooth. I
right,
think that
right,
that's the biggest thing I appreciate about when you DJ is the transition is
yeah,
very smooth. I'm like, how did he get that word to match with that word? Man, like that. And I know it takes a lot of work and
yeah.
practice. So like, do you ahead of time like kind of mix what you're gonna do for like an
For
event?
Afrobeats, not at all, because that's what I
Wow.
listen to. I feel like
Wow.
that's kind of my. As I got older, maybe you can agree, but I feel like as we get older, we kind of transition more to the culture, and even I see
Because
them with
that's
my
when
sisters.
you're starting to peep your eye.
Right.
You're like,
I used to listen
okay.
to way more trap, way more. I mean, I still listen to the hip hop and rap and stuff, but like Afrobeats, I feel like that's easy. Like I mean, I played it in my car. I pulled up, it was playing in my car. So when I go DJ Afrobeats event, it's like just I could go back to Wizkid, I could do the throwbacks, I could do the new stuff. Like I've
That's
been
what's
listening to
up.
Afrobeats since it's like maybe when it like not originally started, but I'm talking about like when Afrobeat started like taking off in terms of like
Yeah,
within
yeah,
us
yeah.
Africans.
Becoming its
I was
own
there. You know what I
genre.
mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. I was listening to all that stuff.
Bet.
So
Yeah, I mean,
that's the biggest thing. You know what I
you
mean? Like,
look, I'm a gospel ghetto African. I admit it because I love. I'll bounce from a Christian music to one of them ghetto throwback,
yeah,
and then hit you with the Afrobeat. Like I love it all, and I love the versatility
yeah,
because you do not only just do African stuff, but you
yeah,
do like other events too. And I like how you're able to be versatile with your talent.
yeah. And I feel like part of that is how I grew up. You know what I mean? Just unconventional African. I feel like is we are emerging in the culture, but we're growing up in a different culture. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we
Exactly.
go to the African parties on the weekends. We go to the conventions. We go to the different stuff, and we come back to school, and we go back to our American names. You know what I mean? We go back to the so we've kind of been doing it the whole time. So Rhode Island is a very versatile place. Like it's small, but there's so many different types of cultures. You got to know the Spanish. If you want to honestly be successful DJing out here, you got to be versatile. So like I feel like maybe that's how God planned it. Good, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Rhode Island, because Rhode
Yeah.
Island is not the biggest market for this,
Yeah.
but the versatility you learn and like how to you know what I mean DJ for the different crowds of people. That's what I can definitely say I gained in Rhode Island. You know what I mean?
Honestly, if
Caribbeans,
it's your if it's your
Hispanics,
thing, it's your thing. Like
right, right,
honestly, if it's something that you're called to do, you're gonna be successful whether you're in a
right.
big place or a 200 person city. Like you're gonna make it.
Yeah,
And I think
facts.
that that's pretty cool. But we're gonna kind of double it back. So when you were growing up, what did you want to be? I know you didn't think I was gonna be DJ
When I was growing
Easy.
up, definitely not. I mean, it depends how young. I know early on I wanted to be like a cop. I thought being a cop
Oh,
was cool, and then I got older, and that was the opposite. You know what I mean? Then I had the sports dreams that went by. Then was gonna be engineer. Actually started off engineering. I
what
took
kind
some
of engineering were you starting off at?
mechanical.
Okay,
So my mindset was like just be engineering, and that's one of the things where it was like,
my parents
do I
were
really want to become a
million.
DJ? Once my dad heard DJing and my major was engineering, he knew right away I was probably gonna drift away from the major. You know what I mean? So I was one of the things that he really like. It took him a long time to get on board. It wasn't until I graduated, and like I think it wasn't until I did the convention he was like got on board. He's like, okay, he's
Oh,
you know what I mean?
he's
It's
serious.
exactly. He's not just
Yeah.
doing that anyhow. So
But that's
like
another thing. Like, I don't think our parents don't want us to succeed in something we're
yeah,
passionate about. But who wants somebody that's gonna like be mediocre?
right, right, right.
Like, are you gonna put in the work? Are you gonna put in like the time that it takes to perfect this craft,
Hmm.
or are you just gonna be making nonsense?
And I feel like that's us Africans, us Nigerians. We have the work ethic. You know what I mean? That's instilled in us.
The hunger,
So
yeah.
anywhere you put that, any vehicle you put that into, you're gonna. I feel like you'd be successful. You know what I mean? But the only ones that get promoted to us is the doctors, the engineers, the pharmacists,
Yeah.
which is cool.
It's an
But everybody's
amazing.
gonna have that different lane. You know what
Thank
I
you.
mean?
It's an amazing journey to kind of see how as we grow up, many of us are like, I'm gonna be a doctor,
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
be a lawyer, I'm gonna be, and then you start to come into your own personality, and you're like,
Right. What do you actually want to do? You know what I mean?
yeah, I don't actually like math
Right.
or science or blood. I can't really read that well. You know
hmm
what? We're gonna scrap all that, but I'm more talented at playing basketball, or I'm more talented
Yeah.
at DJing or taking pictures and
hmm
stuff like that.
And you're
And
starting to see a lot of like Nigerians merging into different things. More professional athletes, more in the
hmm
music. You know what I mean? We're more actors, a lot more Nigerian actors now. So we're
yes,
drifting off into different lanes we should have already been attacking, really.
becoming more diverse.
Exactly. Yep.
And I think that it's because we're finding that more and more of our faces are there.
hmm
Whereas before, it just seemed like it was only certain people that could fit in.
Right. Right.
And now you're seeing, okay, like it's cool for my name to be Chijoke, and
right.
like you
Right.
know what I'm saying. Like people could say that
You don't
now.
have to
They
go.
not.
You don't exactly.
They know how to say that name. Like you don't have to go up to them and be like, that's. We're just gonna call me Chuck, okay? We're just gonna call me Charles. Like, nah, we don't even gotta change up
Yep.
our name no more.
Exactly.
Um, Switching gears, you
hmm
said that your dad wasn't really on board at first, but how did you have to present it to him? Because I know you were doing it away at school, but like
hmm
when you came home, how would you
Oh man.
tell him? Because I know your sister kind of
The first
made the
blow,
water a little
cause
easy.
I'm not gonna lie, he bought me my first MacBook going into college.
Okay.
So it wasn't until I bought like the sticker, the DJ Easy logo with the sticker, and I put it on the laptop. He was like, he just went off. This laptop I bought you for school, you used it for. This is not why he just went. I could tell in his face he regretted even buying me the laptop. Like I may be the reason he's gonna start DJing, but he doesn't know that that laptop actually the one he bought me got stolen,
Ah.
and I had to buy another one, and that was the one that actually turned into. Either way, it would have been the same thing, but I never told him that that laptop got stolen. I just played it off.
Well,
So.
now you did, because if
Right.
he listens to this, Uncle, I beg, forgive him. It was years ago.
right. So and then up until the whole college, it was just a fight. Everything was a fight. Everything was a fight. He even at one point told me like, send me like who do you know that's successful DJ? Like, are you gonna have a family? Believe in the do club, do this, and you come back to your family. He's like, send me a list of DJs that's successful. Who are you looking up to? And I sent him a real list, like DJ Envy, just graduate,
Uh huh.
entrepreneur, different things. I really like sent him a serious list. You know what I mean?
Because you were
From
serious
Master
about
Flex,
this.
exactly. I sent out people that's legit making more money than him. You know what I mean? So that was he brushed it off. He just kind of went silent.
Because
You know what I mean?
he was hoping that you wouldn't find anybody.
Right. Exactly. It's like so, and then from there, it was like he knew he couldn't stop me, but he just would give me a hard time as much as he could. You know what I mean? Weekend, where you going now? This, and then a lot of times he would just like not respect my gigs. Like I would have a gig on the weekend. He'd want me to go to Philadelphia or something to be going on. I'm like, I can't go. I have a gig. How much are they paying you? Cancel it.
Oh, they
You know
love
what
to
I mean?
say
It's like,
that.
It's like it's professionalism. I can't just be canceled because you're gonna give me the money to. Nah, I have to. It's professionalism. You know what I mean? I don't want to start having a bad name. I try to show up on time. I try and do these things to be professional. You know what I mean? So I never actually canceled a gig and gave into him trying to buy out the gig basically. But like I said, it wasn't until one of my aunties, Auntie Ngozi, basically, she heard me DJ and she kind of like had a conversation with him. Was like, you don't like take him more. You don't like invest in him. You don't help him. Like he could be big. He could be
There's
bigger.
always that one auntie
You know what I
that,
mean? Ever since
she's
then,
a
I
little
realized his whole
cool.
the way he viewed it changed. You know what I mean? I had my
Wow.
degree too. I was still working full time, so it's not like I'm not sacrificing anything. I do a lot of this on my
Exactly.
free time. You know what I mean? The hours I work, I don't usually work past like 4 p.m. So weekends and stuff like that, nights, I'm a DJ later tonight. It doesn't interfere with what I'm doing. As long as I'm not tired, as long as I can wake up and do, you know what I mean, keep moving, which is how I've always moved. You know what I mean? Just I look at myself as an entrepreneur. DJing is like the title, but over and all, I feel like a DJ is very much an entrepreneur.
You
You know
are.
what I mean? Every DJ is gonna be different. There's not a blueprint for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta do mixtapes. You gotta do a lot of like, you know what I mean? You gotta do a lot of hustling. You know
And
what
you
I
go
mean?
into different avenues too. Like you
Right.
can go into
Radio.
so many.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's a lot of hustling. You know what I mean? So
I mean, you got the hustle spirit in you though. Like, I mean, from the beginning, even when your dad was trying to give you pushback, because I know African parents love,
Right.
if it's something that they don't want you to do, you know what? I'll give you the money instead of you
yeah.
going. That's not the point.
Right.
Like, the point of the matter is, I want to DJ because this is something that is a passion of
Exactly.
mine, and it makes me
And I
happy.
see the bigger picture. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Maybe I wouldn't be working as hard to be where I'm at right now. I obviously see
Yeah.
a bigger picture in what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not. I wouldn't be investing in this. You know what I mean? So That's it. Once he saw the bigger picture, I feel like our relationship has completely changed ever since we've gotten past this hurdle. You know what I mean? I could actually rely on him. You know what I mean? He could. And he
Yeah.
has a different respect on me. You know what I mean? I see in his face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's probably even, oh, I have one friend that has an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what they do,
And now
man.
it's like some of the aunties and uncles be calling him to book me, and he just be kind of he be getting to his head. You know what I mean?
Low
He
key
telling them,
management.
How much are they paying you? Tell him. You know what I mean? He be trying to do some management now. It's funny. Like he likes that attention. He gets a lot of attention from it. You know what I mean? A lot of people in the community hit him up and will try and get the lowest price from him before they even talk to me. You know
No,
what I
but
mean?
because
So,
they know that we're going to tell them, like,
Yeah.
no, this is the price, and that's
Exactly.
what it is. Auntie or uncle, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since I was 5 anyway. So,
Exactly. You know, I used to hold you. Used to
yeah. Well, that's
Right.
nice. Thank you.
Where have you been the last? You know what I mean? 20 years.
20 years, exactly.
So,
Man, as far as like DJing as it is, I feel like it gives you an opportunity to kind of travel and stuff like that. So, where's the most interesting event that you've ever done?
I would say interesting in terms of like location, or just interesting in terms of the event.
Both, like the most interesting experience that you've had as a DJ.
To me, the silent headphone parties are still like really different for me. You know what I mean? I mean they're cool, and I definitely like it, but it's a whole different feel.
I haven't experienced
It's a whole
that before.
different
So,
feel.
how do y'all
Like-
kind of do that?
So basically, there's at least 1, 2, 3 DJs, and they all
Okay.
have their own channel. It'll be green, red, blue. Like you basically match it to the DJ's color.
Okay.
And then everybody will be playing their own music. Sometimes they just can do what they want. Sometimes people will have Afro beats, the hip hop, you know what I mean, just mix it up.
Oh wow.
And then people just basically rock out from there. Like
Just with headphones, just be dancing.
So it's like, for one, you're competing with the DJ next to you. Like he's looking at what you're playing. He's seeing everybody change their channel. So he sees you got it, and now
He like,
he's dropping
let
every
me-
song to get the crowd back to his channel. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. Like time flies by because you're really like competing. Like stop, you trying to like, it's like cheating on the test. Like don't see what I'm playing next. So, and then the people too, like singing along, yelling. A lot of times club owners are like, yo, we can go for another hour. Like I can't hear anything outside. Like just having
Wow.
like no volume and people still having a good time is interesting. It was interesting to watch for sure.
Looks like we need to have a DJ
Yeah.
Easy silent headphone event. Like
facts.
I think that would be, and then you could be the only DJ.
Yeah,
And we
it's still
would-
dope, even if you have one DJ. You
We
know
would
what I mean?
we would make that real lit.
Yeah.
Presented by the Unconventional African.
Facts.
What's
I'm
up?
with it.
Let's do that.
I'm with it.
That would be so much fun. I got a question though. When you think of your biggest lesson throughout this journey of becoming a DJ and taking it more seriously, what would be something that you would take away as like your biggest lesson?
Define yourself. Don't let nobody define you. Like, don't go with the trends. I don't care if you live in a market where people are not playing what you play. Like, stick to who you are and stay true to yourself, and like stick to your guns, honestly. Because I feel like I was one of the first people playing Afro beats, and like it's
Yeah.
in this area, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Everybody, like most people agree to that.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like I kind of like, if I would have went harder in it, I would
Mm-hmm.
even be like further. I let people
Yeah.
kind of come in and spin it. I didn't like brand it with myself enough. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was still kind of being versatile. I feel like do I define myself as an Afrobeats DJ, even though I still do whatever. Like I feel like if I had done that earlier, it would have
Mm-hmm.
definitely paid off a lot more. So I'm like, don't let anybody define you. Don't go with the trends. If you feel like Afrobeats is what you play and it's hot,
Yeah.
play it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you got to reach a crowd.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're the DJ for a reason. So there
Facts.
might be a track the crowd doesn't know. It's your job to break it into them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I should've
Mixing
did more
in
of
real
that.
nice.
Exactly. Just as long as you keep it moving, people hear, especially when they're on and drunk, they hear good beat, good song, they're gonna keep moving. You
Yeah,
know what
they're
I mean?
gonna move.
That's the time you want to actually introduce it to them. You know what I mean? They're in the best mood. You know what I mean? So that's honestly my biggest lesson. Like,
I think that can apply in any
Definitely,
field or any
definitely.
sector. Like, don't let anybody define you. Define yourself. Find yourself in this journey.
so and so might be on top right now in this lane. You can't try and copy that lane. You got to make your own lane. You know what I
Stay
mean?
in
'Cause
your
the
lane
future-
and face your
Exactly.
front.
Time always changes. Different trends. You know what I mean? You will never be next up if you're always gonna do what the person on top is doing, because
Wow.
you're not gonna surpass that person. You know what I mean?
You will never be next up if you're trying to do what the person on top is
Exactly.
doing. Man, that's a golden lesson.
You know what I mean? So
Because if you're trying to be like them, everything you do is gonna look like theirs.
Exactly.
So what's the need of
you're
following
just
you
gonna be
when
an
I'm already
offspring of
following them?
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that exactly.
Man, that's deep. Anybody
Afrobeats
out
is
there?
taken off since then. You know what I mean? So
Afrobeat is really putting us on the map.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
people, oh, you African? Yeah, I'm African. Before it was you African booty
right,
scratcher.
right.
Ooh.
I see a lot of people like even the Afrobeats party like listen to more Afrobeats. Burna Boy crossed over great. His last album, like
Ah,
for real, people
Burner
love.
Boy, you set this place on fire. My goodness.
Perfect, almost a perfect. Honestly, I could even call it a perfect album. I
It
don't
was
mind. I don't mind calling it a perfect album.
it was literally there's not a beat
Yeah.
out of place. Like it
Mhm.
was incredible. Even I love the visuals
Yep.
on the music videos. Like he really wasn't trying to do the most.
Yeah.
Like there's no crazy antics. Like
Yeah.
it was
Nominated for a
almost shot
Grammy.
like 90s kind
Nominated for a
of.
Grammy. Yeah.
Yeah. Nominated for a Grammy?
Yeah. The album. Yeah.
Well, there you have
I'm
it.
telling
Like
you.
it's cool and it's crazy because 15 years ago, no, 10 years ago, it wasn't even cool to be
Yeah.
African.
Seriously.
And now we're moving into a whole nother decade and we are on top of
Yep.
you African, I'm African.
That's what I'm saying. When for all the Africans that was pretending not to be African and claiming something else.
Shame
and-
on you.
Exactly. You look
Let
back now. I should
thunder
have stayed who I
fire
was.
you
Right.
where you are.
Right. I'm telling you.
I can actually tell you a time when I was in middle school.
Mhm.
This guy, I asked him, I'm like, "Are you African?" Because he was new to the school, so I'm trying to be nice to
Yeah.
him. Are you African? Ugh, I ain't African like you. Oh, okay, Chibi K, you need to relax because I seen your name on the roster, so just calm down. And it's just now people are like, yeah, my name is Chibi K, whatever, or
Mhm.
whatever. I'm from this state. Like people even know it down to the towns that
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
from.
Definitely.
Before now, people are going back to Africa.
Yeah.
This year is like the year of the return or something
I just
like
seen
that.
I just seen the interview yesterday. In Ghana, like I guess the numbers went from like 70% to like 750,000. Like I mean, it was like a crazy. He said it was an 800% increase in like people going to Ghana this December.
Because
Know what I
of
mean?
the Afrochella.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's about to be lit,
crazy.
man. Like,
Crazy.
hey,
People
if you
used
ever
to
made
think they go to Africa, they're not gonna come back.
Exact-
Like,
now Africa's the place to be. If you
Yeah.
ever made fun of an African, just ask God to forgive you. Now. As
Right.
you're listening to this, just pray to your God that God forgive you. Because when you're mean to God's people, it will not be well with you. Because we suffered in this lifetime. You people called us
Mm-hmm.
African booty scratchers. We was what we smelled like stockfish. I mean, it wasn't nothing that you guys didn't say about us.
and if you travel, you notice like. I feel like America is one of the places worried most about race and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that it's racism everywhere, but like
Yeah.
it's different in. It's like we're brainwashed here. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
just in Canada, it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Go to
So-
anywhere in Europe, it's like
Yeah.
everybody is a blended melting pot.
Right,
It's
right.
a beautiful. You see people that's both dancing.
Yeah, exactly. All these videos, they be like, "Oh, this
Going
white girl's
viral.
killing this." Yeah, it's because she lives in France or she lives wherever, and
Mm-hmm.
that's normal for them to dance Afrobeats. It's not looked at like, "Oh my, she could like," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's only America that puts that in our head, like the race thing. You know what I mean? So
I mean, it's just all to divide us so they
Mhm.
can conquer. Like, the enemy likes to cause confusion.
Right.
And I feel like if we all came together in this America, ha!
yeah, right,
we would scatter this place.
right.
Man, there is so much to even just learn from talking to you. Like you're really cool and easy to talk
Appreciate
to.
it.
Like the DJ and stuff, I really personally I never knew like how
Yeah.
intricate it was until a couple years back I saw one of my friends like actually on the turntables and I'm
Yeah.
like, man, this is a lot of stuff. You have to think of the next step, the next
Right.
beat, what you're about to do. It has to be lined up
Like,
accordingly.
you don't play songs for more than like a minute and a half. You know what I mean? So it's like it's gotta
Yeah.
be. You can't be. No DJ is playing every song to the end. You know what I mean?
Wow,
So it's
yeah.
like that's one of the hardest things because now when you divide the music by a minute and a half, you're playing hundreds of songs within a couple hour event. You know what I mean? And
Man.
yeah,
And then, it's crazy because when you think about it, you're like, ugh, why does the DJ have to charge like $500, $600?
Mm-hmm.
They going to be playing for 3 hours. But that's a lot to be standing there mixing for hours. You standing and sweating and thinking of the next beat, thinking of this. And then you have people still coming up there requesting.
exactly.
How
And it could-
dare you
yo.
request? Hey, I'm one of those people that request, though.
It's cool, but if it's a song I'm gonna play, I'm not gonna play it the next song just because you told me to play the next song. I'm still
Yeah.
gonna play it the way I was gonna play it. You know
It's
what I
in
mean? Unless I
rotation.
played it already, then you have to hold off. I can't. You can't just like force any song at the right. It has to be certain time for it. Like if I'm there,
Yeah.
I'll play it. But if I can't go from reggae to you want to R&B. I can't play Beyonce before you let. I can't just jump from there to here. You know what I mean? That's to be the biggest things. People just be like want to hear what they want to hear, right at that exact moment. Like then I feel like there's like a part of human nature where it's like once they don't get what they want, they can't enjoy any song until they hear that song. Like it's
Low key, I've been a person to do that a time or two, but now I'm more aware. So it's more enlightening.
if
But
it's your event though, hey, I feel like you have all
well,
the
yeah,
power. That's all the power.
that's true.
I go to please the people that are paying me. You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
So if they
Most
tell
of the
me
times where I've done that,
only
it's
this,
been my
only that,
event.
that's what it is. You know what I mean? So
Most of the time I've done that, it's actually been my event. When Okay, have you ever experienced? Because I've seen this before, and I heard that DJs don't like this, so I would like to ask, so people can listen and hear this. Do you guys hate when people hand you their like mixtapes and
oh,
stuff to play? Have you ever experienced
I
that?
have. I mean, the people don't even hand you mixtapes now. People ask you if you have that song, if you got Wi-Fi, if you got internet. They say you got hotspot. They'll tell you you can download it. What's the email? That's the biggest thing. It's like, oh, what's the email? Let me send this
What?
to you. Play it right now. So you have to download the song. I'd be like, bro, if I don't have it now, if you didn't send it to me before, I don't have it now. I can't play it right now. Like I'm not gonna leave Serato to go and be doing all that online. Nah,
Yeah.
bro, hotspot. Nah, it's not. I don't have. That's. It is annoying. It is annoying for sure.
And do people
And it's
do it
like if
often
your song
though?
was hot, you wouldn't have to bring it to me to play it. I would be, you know what I
Ooh,
mean?
ooh,
It's
ooh.
a slight burn, but
And my people out there, if you have a song and you want to give it to a DJ, give it to them ahead
prior,
of time.
exactly.
Don't go out and disgrace yourself because DJ Easy will not
Yeah,
play
I'm
it.
telling you.
I allowed him to come and tell you guys here. So it's not personally you're feeling embarrassed. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
For
Like
sure. It's been a pleasure.
this has been really
I
cool.
feel like we could go for another hour,
I'm
hour and
telling you, we're definitely gonna do this DJ Easy meets the Unconventional African
yo,
Silence Headphones Party. If y'all talking about attending, let us know. Give it to us on social media, your opinion, because we're ready. We're gonna do this thing, and we're gonna take it city to city, and you people are going to enjoy it.
facts.
Thank you so much for coming on this
Thank you for
show.
having
Like
me.
it's been it's been enlightening. I didn't really know some of this stuff about, especially the requesting songs part. Cause
Yeah.
me, I be the one asking for the most African song out there. Like right now, my favorite song is "Culture" by Fino. Shout out to
Hey,
Fino in this thing. But yeah, like
but
it's
I feel like you can't completely deny requests. You know what I mean? At the same time,
yeah,
you might get a request where it's like, you know what, I haven't heard that song. Like,
and it
let
would
me
get
add
the
it.
party jumping.
Yeah, yeah.
Cause I'm the type of person I know how to get the party
Right.
started. If I see people acting a little stale, I'm like, "Hey DJ, play
Just
this."
make sure it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that's really what it is.
I like to dance, so it's probably gonna make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
And even
I
if
trust
everybody
you.
else
I know
not
I trust
dancing,
you.
they gonna watch me dance.
And then I'd be like, yo, I'm playing your song. You're not even dancing. I'm like, yo, you all
That's
that.
don't you hate
Nah,
that?
that's what I really hate. If I play it, you got to be my number one hate man for this song
Yeah,
because
no, you better be out there better than
right,
everybody. You
right.
doing a worm on the floor, shaking, convulsing, whatever you got to do to make it hype. You better make it hype,
Facts, facts.
man. Like, thank you,
Yeah, of
and
course.
thank
Thank
you for
you.
your advice because staying true to yourself is very important.
Yeah,
That's something that we forget nowadays. We trying to keep up with the Joneses. We trying to keep up with social
right.
media. We want likes and followers and stuff like that.
Hmm.
That's a very big thing. Never backing down from who you are.
Definitely.
And first and foremost, before you can do that, you gotta find who you are.
Right,
So,
right.
people gotta just really find who they are and find. I see that you have found yourself.
You as well. Like you were made for this stuff too. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
thank
natural.
you.
It's natural.
Thank
The
you so
hosting, all that
much.
stuff is natural for you.
Thank you so much because staying in the nursing realm was getting a little tight.
Even just for your mental,
I'm
just you know what I mean. Your
telling
happiness,
you.
just you know what I mean. It's a reset
Exactly.
button before you go back to work.
Oh man, you don't even understand. It's crazy because the unconventional African coming to the East Coast and stuff like that, it's been a little rocky.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff we have to do, just being vulnerable on the mic, but at the same time, it's been the biggest blessing.
definitely.
Because
I believe it.
when you're doing what you actually have a passion for, it really does take away all the insecurities and
Yeah,
fears about other things that you got going on.
And you don't feel the time. Like when you're at work, you're looking at the clock. It's 10 minutes. Like time is moving
when
so
I
slow.
tell you, I clock in, I'm like, all
this
right.
felt
well,
like 5 minutes.
11 hours and 59 minutes.
Yeah. Just count it down. But stuff like this, doing what you love, time flies.
It doesn't
You don't
even
feel
matter
it.
how much you put into it and things
Right.
like that. You always, my sister always says, stay true to the vision.
Mm-hmm.
And if you stay true to your vision, you won't have an issue. And that's something that doing this is like, oh, you freelancing and you're starting something that people haven't heard about, but you got to stay true to what you started
Right.
and why you started
Your
it.
vision is your dream.
And nobody else will know what's inside
Exactly.
these heads.
Nobody can
Sometimes
see
I
it
don't
but
even
you.
know what's inside these heads.
Over time, we all see it, but right now, only you see it. You know what I mean?
That's true, Sha. That's very true. Please let the people know how they can contact you and how we can follow you and keep up with
Yep.
you.
Instagram, social media, all that stuff is DJ EAZY _. SoundCloud, same thing. You find me on anything. Once you find one of my social media, you find the
It's
rest.
just easy
Got
coasting
the link
from
in the
there.
bio, yeah, all that stuff. SoundCloud, all
And
that stuff
you're
is,
cool with
DJ
traveling and stuff like that for different events.
Definitely. I'm doing do a lot of the East Coast right now, like between Philly, New York, New Jersey, and Rhode Island. But
All right, we're gonna have to get you down to the south
right
side.
now, you might not even know the person, but a wedding right now in Jamaica would be my furthest trip. Well, I mean, I DJed Nigeria, but it wasn't a formal booking.
Okay,
That's
okay.
family, but this will be
Yeah.
a formal. So
This is
looking
what's
for bigger things.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. You'll come on do the silent headphone party in the south. I'll make sure of it.
Hey, I
Guys,
can't wait.
we are so appreciative of your time taken out to listen to us. The Unconventional African is out.
Let's get it.
I'm talking about the unconventional